What's the deal, world? I go by the name of Bizbilla, and I got a special surprise for you today. We talked about the Mets making a trade, and here today in this episode, if you look at the bottom of the screen, the Mets have a brand new starting pitcher. Episode 23, the debut of Sandy Alcantara. The Mets move some pieces. We'll talk about that in just a moment. I'm going to give y'all my theory on why I did what I did. But Alcantara, the former Marlin, is going to make his season debut and his Mets debut in Florida against the Tampa Bay Rays, who come into this game 18-14, donning their City Connect jerseys. We're live here. It's BYC Gaming. We appreciate everybody that taps in with the live or on the playback. On the hill today is Aaron Civil. Yeah, I know I'll be learning these names on the fly. Either way, he's got a 4-2 record, 2.41 ERA, 0.91 WHIP. Should be a good one here at Tropicana Field. Brendan Nimmo's going to start things off for the Mets. Batting .231 on the season. And the first pitch is a strike. The Rays currently with the #1 spot in the AL wild card. 0-2 count quickly as Nimmo fouls off the 93-mile-per-hour sinker. So, yes, we do have Sandy Alcantara. We traded, and forgive me, Mets fans, for what I'm about to say. First, we traded Luis Severino in that deal as Nimmo pops this one to the left. Randy Arozarena gets under it. So, we traded Luis Severino. And this is the part where you Mets fans got to forgive me. I traded a really good prospect. Traded Acuna, brother of Ronald. Hear me out in explaining why I did so. Now, obviously, we needed some pitching help because the starting pitching had been rough for this team. As Jeff McNeil puts a good swing on the baseball right here. Is it going to stay in the park? That it will. It bounces off of the outfield fence, and Jeff McNeil's in there with a bullet of a double. And he's on second here. Listen to the bat on that one. Probably should have tried for 3. To be honest, a little mad I didn't. That was a good chance for a triple right there. Either way, Lindor is on to second with 1 out. Francisco Lindor now in the box. He has been on the roll. 15 game hitting streak, batting .333 on that batting average clip. So as I was saying, I traded Acuna. Now, Lindor's a big reason why, but what do you got? Nearly hit him, but I also nearly swung at that. This is my thing with trading prospects. You guys, that are regulars here, you see I play every game, even when I'm not streaming, I'll play it all the way through. So my thing is, I play every game in a 162-game season. Playoffs, sometimes I play minor league games to check on the talent down there. So, truth be told, by the time that I finish an entire season, as right now I'm kind of neck and neck with the real life Mets, there's some guys that are young in the minors that, quite frankly, are never going to see the bigs. And with the way that Ronnie Mauricio is playing, I can rely on somebody like Jet Williams, who's in the minor league system. Full count to Lindor, he fouls off an 88-mile-per-hour cutter. So it's like I may never even get to use Acuna because I've got Lindor called up. And even if I do, it'll be in a limited spot. Either way, Lindor's going to draw a walk right there. And now Pete Alonso going to step into the box, hitting at DH today. Ooh, fastball upstairs. Alonso mistimes it. Well, good swing timing, but y'all know how that goes with these OG controllers. So yeah, Cheddar Acuna packaged him in a deal with Severino, and now Sandy Alcantara is a starter on this Mets ball club. He has not made a start this season. I'm assuming the Marlins had him in the minors, so this will be his first start in the bigs. I actually forgot what number he's wearing. I think it's 34, 32, something like that. Don't quote me on that. But right now, he may start his inning off with a lead if Pete Alonso can capitalize on this two-runner situation. 6th pitch of the AB on the way. Alonso doing a good job. Fouling pitches off. We'll do 1-2 again. And we'll do it one more time. Mets seeing a lot of pitches in this inning. 20th pitch on the way. Off on the slurve. That one fouled off as well as we get a look at the pitch repertoire. A lot of off-speed pitches for Savelli. Or Savale. I'm gonna look that up in between innings. How to say this guy's name. All right, Alonso finally drawing the ball right there. Let's step out of the box here. Good pitch. Probably should have laid off that one. That's a really good pitch. It says Francisco Alvarez, who puts a good swing on the baseball. This one's going to be popped to center, though. That'll be a third out. So, a little bit of a rough start, but the starter finds his way out of trouble. Rays due up in the bottom of the first. Debut of Alcantara on the way.
And leading up for the Rays, the left fielder.
All right, so you see the record for Alcantara. He was 7-12 last season, but of course that season ending due to injury. Okay, so I was wrong about the number, way off. Alcantara will be wearing number 11 for the New York Mets. His first pitch as a Met, low for a ball.
Nope.
2-0 count quickly. Zazarenia. Alcantara throws a sinker, as you see right there, on the swing and a miss. Also throws a fastball that can top out at 100. See what he throws here in the 2-1 count. It is that fastball at 100 miles per hour. 2-2 count. This would be a nice way to start his return. Looking for a K. 2-2 count. Count now full. Here's the pitch. And he will get that K. Good job fighting back after the count was worked to full right there. Now former Met Ahmed Rosario, the man that was a key piece in the Francisco Lindor trade, now steps into the box. Tampa Bay has had an interesting history as a baseball club, man. I think they came in, I want to say, was it 96, 97, maybe a little earlier than that. But I think it was 96, 90, 97, 98, 99. Around that time, they were wearing some of these similar colors that they're wearing on these City Connect jerseys. Speaking of which, how do you feel about these Tampa Bay City Connect jerseys as Brett Beatty retires the second out? We get a look at the Tampa Bay lineup. Brandon Lau, somebody I always enjoy watching hit. He's hitting at 297. Only two lefties in this Tampa Bay lineup, so that should play in the hands of Alcantara. Howard Ramirez steps in. Takes the slider for strike one.
0-1. Ball, that's out. That's ball two. 2 balls, 2 strikes.
This one grounded up the middle. Probably should have taken a dive at that one. But Ramirez has the first hit of the game for Tampa Bay. Now, this is a guy that if you do parlays and total bases, singles, this is a guy I always like to take to get a hit, man. Paredes is a really good hitter. He's down 0-1 in the count right now. But I was saying the Rays have an interesting history because, you know, you don't think of them as necessarily a championship winning ball club because they haven't done that yet. But, bro, they've got a solid history of competing, man. They've been to the World Series. They've been to the ALCS numerous times. They are a solid franchise. Definitely one of the best divisions in baseball, the AL East. I know my Mets fans going to hate to hear me say that because the Yanks are in there, but between Boston turning around their fortunes and winning their championships throughout the 2000s, like I said, the Rays being competitive, the Yankees being one of the most dominant franchises in all the sports, the Orioles with a very bright future. I don't like the future of this baseball. It's out of here. So Sandy Alcantara, and I was giving Brandon Lau credit. Alcantara will have to get control of this game. He just gave up a 3-run home run after back-to-back singles. And I said Tampa Bay doesn't have a lot of lefties in their lineup. But Lau, probably being the best lefty in their lineup, puts one into the bleachers. It was a sinker. Just got too much of the zone, if I'm not mistaken. It was a sinker. Really wish that one would have bounced off the fence. But once I couldn't switch from Harrison Bader to Starlin Marte, I knew that one was gone. And look at this. Another hit for Tampa Bay. Yeah, this has been a bit of a rough debut for Alcantara, having similar results to Severino or anybody else. Try to pick off move. Siri back in there safely. Strike to Pinto. 2 outs still in the first. It's now 0-2 count. Alcantara getting a little more aggressive here.
What do you got?
After giving up the big home run. And then the 4 straight hits, like I said. So we are not out of this yet. This one grounded to first. Pete Alonso will retire this one himself. As we said before, Brandon Lau puts one into the bleachers and gives the Rays a 3-run lead on one swing. That's due up in the top of the second.
Leading off for the Mets, the center fielder, Tyrone Taylor.
All right, so Aaron Savali back to work. Starts off the count 0-1 against Tyrone Taylor, who has easily been one of the best consistent hitters. You know, despite playing fewer games than Pete, Francisco Lindor, or Jeff McNeil, Tyrone Taylor has been very consistent at the plate. Right now it's a 1-2 count. Savali with the pitch. Ooh, almost got me to chase. I'm surprised they didn't call for a review down to first. 2-2 count now. Fouls that one down the line.
Helpful.
That one's inside.
Ball. Down. Yeah. 1-1. That's a ball.
2-1 count to Starlin Marte, another hitter who's been very consistent at late. This one's going to be chopped. Easy play for the catcher to make. And there's now 2 gone. Definitely got fooled on that slur. Pinto makes a throw down to first, and Marte is retired. Mark Vientos now steps in. He's seen the field a lot more since DJ Stewart went down with an injury. Fouls off a 93-mile-per-hour sinker to go down 0-1. Vientos, sometimes you forget, second-round pick, 2017. Right now he's down 0-2. Mets definitely got to be a little more patient, or at least the bottom half of the lineup has to be more patient. The guys that hit earlier in the first had some good ABs. Not crazy about the ABs we got from the bottom half. Hopefully Brett Beatty can get us right in the third. Low will start things off for Tampa Bay in the bottom of the second.
Leading off for the Rays, the right fielder, Low.
So Lau and Low are the 2 left-handers in this lineup. Low, 2 for 6 in his career against Alcantara, who starts him off 0-1. So it's the first time we've thrown the curveball today. Slap down the line. 0-2 count.
Ball. 1 ball. 2
Looking
strikes.
for Alcantara to throw a confident inning here in the second. After giving up 3 runs on 1 swing. This one grounded down the line. Beatty makes the play. 1 out here in the bottom of the second. Shout out to everybody that's been supporting the channel, man. Y'all are the dopest. You know what I'm saying? We still in the early parts of what we doing here with the channel on BYC Gaming. We're going to bring you more vlogs from, you know, real life venues, real life sports venues. We're going to have more topics on the channel. And we're going to bring a more wide variety of games. But right now, it's the summertime. I'm fully entrenched in sports. NBA playoffs going on right now. So we got the 7-1-8 Cup coming. You see what we do here on MLB. We'll be talking Mets baseball and just baseball in general all season. I will be bringing out more online rated batches. I do play a lot of them. I just haven't been playing recently, but I'll stream more of those and we'll have more random topics. Call of Duty Live definitely doesn't get as many views as I would like. I think it's just as good as anything else we do here. You know what I'm saying? Y'all see me chilling and talking kind of smooth on that one. That one's a little more aggressive. A little more trash talking. You get to see me engage with the people that are in the game chat in Call of Duty. So if you like Call of Duty, or if you've never really seen anybody play, you know, team deathmatch, kill confirm, free for all, domination, stuff like that, tune in. You know, I definitely enjoy playing Call of Duty, but I want to get the views up on that. Right now, we got a 3-2 count. This one's slapped down the line. And it's going to be 3-2 again. Another foul ball. I'm going to be real. I haven't been playing Spider-Man. I called it one of the games of the year when I was playing it, and I do feel it was a really good game, but I don't know. Just haven't had the interest in playing it. So does that make it a game of the year nominee still? If you have no interest in playing it, finishing the story. I haven't even finished the story, and I purposely haven't watched like Brad or Chris Smooth or anybody play it because I want to enjoy it naturally. But we'll eventually get to that. I got games like LA Noire. I definitely plan on playing Red Dead again from the beginning. Pete Alonso going to be in a foot race against Rosario. Going to beat him down the line, and that will be the third out here. So Beatty, Nimmo, and McNeil going to try to get this Mets offense sparked up at Tropicana Field.
Leading off for the Mets, the third baseman, Brett Beatty.
No, that's low.
All right, it's quickly a 1-1 count to Brett Beatty. Shout out to Oli Rama Sounds on the check-in. What's the deal, fam? We definitely got to start this 7-1-8 Cup. We're gonna force Willie Hustle to get this thing started as Brett Beatty gets hit on that pitch. That slurve puts Beatty on first. Now Nimmo steps up. Savali with a 1-0 count. Nimmo with a triple and 4 doubles in his last 6 games. He's been on fire. Gave chase to that slurve, popped it foul. 1-1 count. Yo, Oli Rama Sounds, how you feeling about these Tampa Bay jerseys on the other side? 1-2 count. Nimmo's got Beatty on first. Savali in a pitcher's count also gets a pitcher's call. I mean, don't get me wrong, it was close, but I think that got way more of the outside part of the plate. That should have been a ball. You see the break on that sinker. It stays outside. I don't really feel like it ever crossed back over the plate. So these are new jerseys, but MLB kind of does what the NBA does by having like an alternate. And Tampa Bay's jerseys are like called, these are like the City Connect. You know, they try to connect with whatever theme your city is known for. So they got these. I think these are based on like the skate community out there in Tampa, as McNeil pops on the left and there's now 2 outs. That strikeout really affects this inning. There's now 2 dead. Francisco Lindor, the hottest hitter in baseball right now, steps in. He walked in the first inning. There's that sinker again, literally in the same spot, but this time it's called for a ball. Lindor tied for 6th in the National League with 39 hits on the season. We could really use number 40 right here. I'm gonna give you a shot at the jersey in a second. They definitely have been showing us. 1-2 count, 2 outs here.
2 balls, 2 strikes.
There's that slurve again. Savali hasn't been able to locate it well. 2-2 count to Lindor.
We got a full count.
There it is again, and it misses inside. Pete Alonso on deck, full count. Beatty should be in motion on this pitch. There he goes. Slap down the line, but right into the glove of Ramirez. And that will be your third out. So hopefully Sands can get a shot at the Tampa Bay jerseys. They're coming up in the third.
Leading off for the Rays, the first baseman, Harold Ramirez.
All right, here comes Harold Ramirez. He started things off as far as that rally was concerned for Tampa Bay. He got a base hit, which was followed up by another base hit, which was followed up by a home run. 1-1 count here. Sandy Alcantara making his debut with the New York Mets after the trade from Miami. Not the best start out the gate. 3-1 count here to Ramirez. This one popped into shallow center, and Jeff McNeil not going to be able to make the play right there. And Harold Ramirez has his second base hit of the game. I mean, he came into this game with a 300 average. Paredes now steps in. He is a shot into the gap. I don't know if Tyrone Taylor is going to be able to get there. Thankfully, he gets a glove on him. Maybe able to get Paredes at second. Nope, not a chance. And just like in the top of the first, Alcantara finds himself. Yeah, we gotta bring the manager out. Alcantara in his first start here, really struggling, and he finds himself in another tough situation. We're not going to get Luke Casey going quite yet. But Alcantara has got to work out of this situation. 0-1 to Brandon Lau, who had a 3-run home run in his previous at-bat. And look at this. He fouls that up with what could be a 2 RBI hit, but it'll just plate 1. Runners will now be at the corners with nobody out. Lau with his 4th RBI of the game. And the Mets have 0. Brandon Lau has 4. Not gonna lie, I like the socks that he's rocking right there. The sinker has not been working for Alcantara. He's throwing a lot of strikes with it, but he's also giving up a home run and a whole bunch of base hits with it. Jose Siri now into the box, 0-2 count. Fouls off the slider. I don't think Alcantara is doing a good job locating pitches right now. They're trying to throw these bad boys out of the zone, but they just keep staying right across the plate. Now, I don't like the fact that the cutoff man doesn't get in between second base and third. Brandon Lau got hurt on the play. I wasn't expecting to see that. So now Taylor Wall's going to come into the game. But Brandon Lau has already done his damage. It's a 5-0 game. Mets still have no outs in this inning. And you can add to that lead as there's another RBI hit. And Tampa really giving it to the Mets right now. The thing is, I'm just trying to get out of this inning. Like, clearly Alcantara is not going to have a long start today, but I just want to get out of this third right now. Tyrone Taylor with a big catch right there. Running tagging to third. He's going to be in there safely. Siri now moves to third. Runners on the corners, and the Mets inning just continues to get longer, although we finally are able to record an out.
The shortstop, Jose Caballero.
One ball, 2 strikes.
Nearly threw that wild pitch in the center field. So the chance for the double play now out the window. 0-2 count. And Alcantara finally gets a K right there. Second of the game.
Up next for Tampa Bay, the left fielder, Randy
Arozarena swings at the first pitch. It's popped to center. Tyrone Taylor will be there. We are finally out of the inning. So the Mets were already down 3-0. Tampa Bay adds 3 more runs. Alonso, Alvarez, and Taylor are going to look to get this offense cracking in the 4th.
Leading off for the Mets, the first baseman, Pete Alonso.
Counts 1-0.
That was definitely a wild inning right there.
That's ball 2.
Pete Alonso now ahead 2-0. Wildest part is this is his debut with the team. We just made a trade for him. So not a very good first impression for Alcantara to start off here, as we'll get a new arm going. I'm going to try to at least get Alcantara to get 1 or 2 outs. And we putting good swings on the baseball, with that one hit right to Paredes. And that's the first out. Alonso definitely disappointed. Francisco Alvarez now stepping into the box.
1-0.
So we were hoping to get a pitcher that would get a close game to the bullpen in Sandy Alcantara, but he's no different than anything that Luis Severino's been struggling with this season. For those of y'all that have been keeping up with the series, 2-2 count to Frankie Alvarez. 63rd pitch of the game on the way for Savali. Full count. Payoff pitch on the way. Another one hit right to an infielder. Harold Ramirez gloves it. And that's the second out. Tyrone Taylor steps in now. Takes the cutter for strike 1. So you see Tyrone Taylor, 866 OPS, 3rd best on the Mets. Quickly down 0-2, and Savali may have another scoreless inning in front of him. Misses with the cutter. Maybe the Mets can get things going once Savali gets out of the game, but right now he is dealing. Taylor sat down on strikes, and it's another scoreless inning for Savali and the Rays. I'm telling you, Sounds, they've got to have like Pontar on the baseball or something, because he's actually thrown less pitches than Alcantara has, but Alcantara just can't locate the pitches right now. They're staying in the zone in Tampa Bay, making us pay for them. Alcantara can change a lot of opinions with a good inning right here.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
0-2 count to Ahmed Rosario.
Ball 2.
Hasn't been able to get many swings on the changeup. That definitely plays a part in why he's had to throw so many pitches across the plate. There's another one across the plate. This might, oh my goodness, I don't know why Lindor hesitated right there, but that's going to be an infield hit. Ahmed Rosario, the former Met, on base right there. And just that fast, we got to face Harold Ramirez again. He's already 2 for 2 on the day. Now the umpires are not working with us. That one was clearly a strike. Call for a ball. We now got a 1-1 count. Ramirez first on the team in hits. We can see why. It's like we'll finally retire him here. Marte gets under that. They are definitely going crazy on Sandy right now, but he does a good job getting the out on Ramirez there. Speed still on first in Rosario. Paredes now steps in. He's the second best hitter on this team, batting average wise. Definitely want to keep an eye on Rosario, but he doesn't appear to be stealing here. This one grounded to Beatty. He can't make the play. Got to make a good throw to first. Still going to get Paredes, but now Rosario's going to advance to second, but now we're going to lose Brett Beatty to injury. So yeah, this has not been a good game for us. Joey Wendell, who's absolutely been struggling for us so far this season, he's going to step into this game. I'm starting to agree with Sounds. They're cheating. I'm starting to agree with them. All right, man. We can still get out of this inning without giving up any runs. 2 outs here. Taylor Walls now into the box. 96-mile-per-hour sinker in there for strike one. Finally, we get a swing and miss on the changeup. Alcantara looking to get out of this inning with a K. That one's in the dirt. Count now 1-2. I like the way that curveball looked. Let's throw it again.
2 balls, 2 strikes.
Good job by Walls laying off. Can't lay off the slider right there. Alvarez makes a throw down to first and completes the K. So we don't give up any runs, but we lose Brett Beatty. That's tough. Marte and Vientos, along with the replacement Wendell in the 5th.
Leading off for the Mets, the right fielder.
For those of y'all watching that's never watched this before, this is not John Shambi. This is not Chris Singleton on the commentary. It's your boy B-I-Z, B-I-double-L-A, repping BYC. Whether that's bringing you classics or bringing controller. Starling Marte. 0 for 1 on the day. Starts his count off 1-0 against Savali. Savali. Energy starting to get low. This will be his 70th pitch of the game. It's one of the rare times he's thrown that slur for a strike. Count even at 1. I got to be more patient, especially with a good hitter like Marte. Instead, just a little greedy. First fastball we see, he pop up to center field. Siri gloves it. And there's 1 out. Mark Vientos now stepping in. Struck out in the 2nd. Think about that. Mark Vientos hasn't hit since the 2nd. Only 1 hit for the Mets to this point. Have drawn a few walks. Pardon me.
1-1. 2 balls, 1 strike.
That one thrown away from the catcher. 2-1 count.
Ball, that's inside.
Now the count's 3-1. Oh. Totally fooled by the slur right there. I thought that was a curveball. He doesn't even have a curveball in his repertoire. Huh. Good swing put on that one. Hit down the line and foul. Yo, this umpire is really trying to go home quickly tonight. 6 strikeout, and that's at least the 3rd one that was just way off the plate. You see Vientos thought that was a walk. Unbelievable. This umpire definitely not making the calls. But Joey Wendell says, ball don't lie. This one's going to be hit off of the fence. Joey Wendell's going to be in there with a stand-up 2-out double. He said he's been struggling, but he sees the first pitch and he hacks it over the head of the right fielder. And now the Mets with a runner in scoring position, trying to put our first run on the board here. That's only our 2nd hit of the game. In steps the 0 for 2 Brandon Nimmo. I had to give chase at that one. Is it going to stay in the park is the question. Oh, it bounced off the fence. I'm not even going to lie to you. I definitely... Oh, man. Nimmo throwing out that third, too. I thought that was a home run. It stays in the yard somehow. I'm just glad we're able to get a run home. Not happy about Nimmo getting thrown out, but it's a 6-1 game now.
Nope, that's inside.
Alcantara back out for his 5th inning of work. You can go ahead and let Lucchesi stop throwing in the pen. He's ready and waiting. We'll probably bring him in this inning just in case Alcantara is not able to get through this Rays lineup this 5th time through. Jose Siri locked into a 1-2 count. This one hit to Pete Alonso. I probably should have thrown that to the pitcher right there. Facts. Definitely wish I could do that, Sounds. Right. He's making some terrible calls in this game. And you can see it's definitely affecting the outcome right now. Pinto steps into the box. He has 6 RBIs in his last 7 games. 0-1 count.
Oh, that's it.
Fastball misses. Alcantara still throwing 99. Got to give him credit for his work in the last 4 ABs or so. You can now make it 5 as he gets Pinto to pop out the right to Starlin Marte. We got 2 outs.
Number 50.
Josh Lowe now steps in.
0-1's the count.
Sinker thrown right there for a strike.
I got a ball, 1 strike.
I meant to throw a slider right there. Instead, we throw a fastball. It's fouled down the line. So, despite his struggles, Alcantara can make it through 5 innings pitch. And the last 2 can be scoreless if he can retire Josh Lowe right here. Let's go back to that slider. It's been working well for him. It's not going to work well right here. Base hit. You feel me? Facts. Oh, man. We got the number 9 hitter. I see now. I'm going to keep it real. I want to leave Alcantara in the game. But I don't think it's a good idea just because he's already up to almost 90 pitches. So let's bring in Lucchesi. 4-1 on the season. Giving up a 376 against lefties. There's a lot of righties in the lineup. So let's hope that Lucchesi keeps the base runners off. He only needs 1 out to get out of this 5th right here. We got speed on first. This one's going to be popped over the Devil Rays dugout. 1 ball, 1 strike. Now 1 ball, 2 strikes. After a 92-mile-per-hour cutter is fouled off. Come on, man. Let's go ahead and pack him up.
Nope, that's a ball.
That was a good curveball. 80 mile per hour, but just misses. 2-2. Get him looking. Pack him up. Sit him down. So Lucchesi comes into the game. Gets out of the inning with a runner on first. We're still getting shellacked. 6-1 is the score. So finally, Aaron Savali is out of the game. Sean Armstrong is your new arm. Hopefully, his arm won't be strong today. We need some weak pitches that Jeff McNeil, Lindor, and Alonso can put into play. They're due up here. in the 6. So what happened, Sounds? You liked them at first, now you're not feeling them? I'm gonna keep it real. I got mixed feelings about those Devil Ray jerseys, or Rays jerseys. I keep calling them Devil Rays. They look like the old Devil Rays jerseys, but I don't know. It's a lot going on with those jerseys. I don't like the flames at all. 1-2 count to Jeff McNeil. I did not want to swing at that, but it was in the strike zone. And to avoid the strikeout, it's grounded to third. One out right now in the 6th. Mets still with plenty of time to get back in this game, but definitely running out of time, running out of at-bats. Sinker misses low as there's 2 left-handers getting ready in the bullpen. Stephen Kwan went 5 for 5 in the game for the Guardians. Pelican City's jerseys, yeah, that's actually a good comparison. They do remind me of those New Orleans Pelicans jerseys. That's a good point. Lindor late on a sinker that he probably could have driven. Lindor's 0 for 1, so he actually needs a hit to keep this 15-game hitting streak going. He'll still get another at-bat in the 9th. Right now, the Mets definitely need some base runners. It's a 1-2 count to Lindor. Slider misses inside. Lindor batting from the left side. All-star switch hitter in a 3-2 count. Lindor's on deck. Finally draws a walk. Haha, the Bronx Soul Society new team members at this game. Man, listen, I'm going to keep it real. If that's the case, I need somebody to put something in their drinks, man, because we have struggled against the Bronx Soul Society. We were able to get a win. And we talk about the 718 Cup. For those of y'all that don't know, tap in at BYC Gaming on YouTube. Watch Oli Rama Sounds. He got the Bronx Soul Society. I got the Queens Kings, and Willie Hustle got the Brooklyn Soldiers. We all got new jerseys coming soon. I saw you got Kyrie and Rudy. I'm not gonna lie, the name that scares me the most out that group is definitely Boogie Cousins. DeMarcus Cousins is somebody that can almost do everything on the court in 2K, and that's going to definitely be tough going up against him in the 718 Cup. What's tough right now is the fact that the Mets can't get base runners. 4 runners left on base, only 3 hits, 1 run to this point. Francisco Alvarez is a 2-0 count. As you see, the Yankees are in 4th place in the American League East right now, 5.5 games. He said, I'm hitting turnarounds. That does not sound good. I'm going to definitely have to get Dikembe Mutombo ready for that, man, because, boy, that's going to be tough. 2-2 count. 2 outs. Pete Alonso is on first. Mets trying to stay in 1st place. Right now, we are down and out bad in Tampa Bay. Swing and a miss. Alvarez can't do nothing. Rosarena, Rosario, and Ramirez, guys, has all been doing damage to us today. Due up in the 6th.
And leading up for the Rays, the left fielder, Randy Arozarena.
All right, here comes the left fielder into the box. Starts off with a strike from Luke Casey. That's fire sounds. You know what I mean? Having a little storyline within the ones that's already built in. Because me and you supposed to be the rivals anyway. Because, you know, they shout out to KRS-One. He clowned Queen so long ago while waving the Bronx flag. So, you know,
1 ball, 2 strikes, McCown.
I definitely gotta beat y'all. At least, even if I don't win the season series, because I think what we said we doing 5 games each in the season series. Either way, I gotta win. I gotta win a couple. even if I take my losses in the regular season of the 718 Cup, even if I take my losses, as long as I can figure some things out and get some kind of a strategy together, I'm cool with that. You know what I'm saying? Even if you get the #1 seed over me and Sean, I'm cool with that. As long as when it's playoff time, when the bracket rights is on the line, if we can get the W, that's what we focus on over here for the Queens Kings. When it comes to this Queens team, it is a 5-run deficit. Rosarena is right now having a great at bat, still 2-2 count. Finally, some weak contact. Neil's gonna have to make a good throw, and he does just that. Pete Alonso retires the first out in the bottom of the 6th. As we get a replay at the Flying Squirrel, Jeff McNeil. That's a nice throw. Ahmed Rosario going to start this at bat off. 1-0. This one slapped the center. I think Tyrone Taylor's going to be able to get there. And that's the second out. Tyrone Taylor definitely been busy today. All right, so Lucchesi looking for a 1-2-3 inning here. It's going to be a tough out with the 6th leading hitter when it comes to hits. It's going to be a grounded to McNeil. Ramirez is retired. And the Mets have been finding their way out of these innings as far as pitching is concerned. These last 3 innings or so, offense got to wake up. It's up to Taylor, Marte, and Vientos in the 7th.
Leading off for the Mets, the center fielder, Tyrone Taylor.
Ball, that's high.
All right, Tyrone Taylor in now. Ooh, that was a really good pitch to hit. Good swing timing. This is just not our day. 1-2 count to Taylor.
Ball, that's out.
Count even at 2. Kevin Kelly is a new pitcher. I didn't even get a chance to see what he throws. We'll step out the box with that said. Fastball, curveball, slider, and changeup. So outside of the fastball, all off-speed pitches.
We got full count.
That might work for us. We might be able to have a good inning right here. Full count to Tyrone Taylor.
That's ball 4.
And that's going to be a walk.
Leading off for the Mets, the right.
Hold on. So is NHL like available right now? Because, hold on. You just said something right there, bro. I am going to pick up Top Spin 2K. That game looks fire. Fire. If we were into PGA golf, and I'm not even a golf fan at all, truth be told, you know what I'm saying? If we were in the PGA, I think we definitely would be into that tennis game. And there's my career? Oh, yeah. I'll be picking that up. I'm not sure if it'll be a day 1 cop for me, but it'll definitely be something I want in the collection. Really could use a hit in the collection right now. Marte down 0-2 to Kevin Kelly right now. All right, we're going to send Tyrone Taylor on this one. That ball is thrown high, and oh my goodness, even... You know what's so crazy? Even with a bad throw right there, Tyrone Taylor is still thrown out. This is just not our game. High pitch right there. Call for a strike. Look at the location. Way up there. And Marte's like, come on, bruh. This is just a nasty performance by the Mets. It's our first road game. of this road trip. I forgot where we're going after Tampa Bay, but either way, I'm gonna try to. I can't even, fully blame Alcantara because, he calmed down. Vientos popped this one into right. That'll be the third out, and that's it in that inning for the Mets. We're getting ready to stretch. The Rays in full control in Florida.
And leading up for the Rays, the third baseman.
It's wild because I was ready to take Luke Casey out, but he hasn't even thrown that many pitches. But sounds. I'll be honest with you. I have no earthly idea what their mascot is. Like, I don't know what that is, bro. But you're not tripping for wanting to pick up that tennis game. That tennis game looks very fire. Speaking of very fire, nice play from Lindor. Lindor, if he wants to keep his history going, it's going to come down to his next AB. As the Mets, with 6 outs remaining, once we get past Taylor Walls and the rest of this Tampa Bay lineup, 0-1 count to Walls. He came into the game earlier for Brandon Lau, who had 4 RBIs in this game before getting hurt. And now Walls picks up where Lau left off. Stand-up double. And now Lucchesi going to have to deal with... Trying to think. I don't want to take Lucchesi out, but I got to right here. I don't think it makes sense to keep him in this spot. All right, so here comes Adam Ottavino, the New Yorker. 2 holds on the year, 2 wins on the year. ERA at 2.40. He's been solid on the season. Let's get some warm-up pitches with him. So, yeah, man. Most anticipated games for me on some... I don't want to just keep it sports. I'm going to try to think of some other games, which we have a sports do. But definitely the tennis joint. College football probably tops on the list for games I want to play. That Wolverine game is going to be ridiculous whenever that drops. Definitely looking forward to that. I wish they would make a new Road Rash. You remember Road Rash sounds back on the OG PlayStation?
0-1's the count.
I never heard of that. It's an African game. I gotta check that out. Did you see the one with it's like Call of Duty, but in a toy store? Like you're playing as all the toys in a toy store, and it's like, first person shooter vibes. Right there, Ottavino gets the ground ball to first. 2 outs here. Pinto gonna pop that one up. Yeah, I'll shoot you that link. As Alonso retires the 3rd out for the Mets. 6 outs remaining for the Mets. Wendell, Nimmo, and McNeil due up in the 8th.
Leading off for the Mets.
All right, so here comes Colin Poach. I've got him in fantasy baseball right now. Shout out to the Quarantine League. Shout out to Hannibal King. Shout out to my guy AJ. Shout out to Sweeney. Sound said K-Dot finally got a track that doesn't sound goofy. I'll say this. I definitely thought the first 2 disses he did could have been easier to listen to. I thought the first one was still fire though. Second one I wasn't as crazy about. I did like the beat, but I don't know. It's the third one is where it's at for me. That Meet the Grams. Woo. Sheesh. 2-2 count.
Three.
And Wendell caught staring at that one.
The batter.
He said 6'8", 616 in LA. I heard 2 lines and I cut it off. I feel you. I'm not even mad at that. I thought that was the worst of the 3 that K-Dot did. Same way you say that is the same way I feel about the Drake AI joint. I didn't like Drake using the Tupac and Snoop, and I know I did like the cleverness of trying to call out Kendrick to rap, but I don't think it was ever in doubt that Kendrick was gonna rebuttal. And I wasn't feeling the AI and all that, man.
Nope. 1 ball, 2 strikes.
All right, now we got a 1-2 count to Brandon Nimmo. He said I didn't even press play on that. I mean, now I don't think you can unless you go on YouTube, because Tupac's estate turned that down and said we don't agree with this. You know what I mean? That wasn't it for me. Now the last Drake diss was fire, and the Drop and Give Me 50 was solid too. I can't front. But I don't know. I definitely feel like Kendrick's winning as far as the last Drake one is fire. I can't front. I'm not even gonna front on that. Brandon Nimmo draws a walk right here. But yeah, the Kendrick, the last Kendrick diss, I think is the best out of the 6 that they've pretty much thrown at each other directly. Yeah, and even bigger than just exposing the opponent. For me, it's more about being direct, like throwing lines directly at your opponent. All of this being cool, trying to make chill records, it's not the vibe for me. Yeah, now that's wild. I'm not even gonna say that because I don't want to speculate until we know a little more. But yo, the pictures I saw, what you just said was wild. I was like, really? Oh wow. I was like, yo. All right, so Francisco Lindor, we talked about Kendrick and Drake, and all of a sudden things getting popping here for the Mets. We got 1 out. We got 2 runners in scoring position, and we got Francisco Lindor trying to extend a 15-game hit streak in this at bat. He's got 2 walks in the game, so the on-base streak will continue.
Ball 1.
1-1 count.
I got 1 ball, 1 strike.
Pete Fairbanks and Clevenger getting ready in the bullpen. 1 lefty, 1 righty. Yeah, truth be told, what I was saying to myself as far as the disses last night, I was like, does Kendrick have somebody that he's cool with in Drake's camp? Because how did he know to drop another diss like right as Drake put that out? Oh man, I didn't. Oh man, I thought that one was gonna drop out of the plate. Instead, it sits right in the zone. And Lindor may be looking at the end of his hit streak. Sat down on strikes right there.
Inside, ball 1.
Here comes Pete Alonso. 1 swing in the back. And this could be a new ball game. Yeah, when he said push a T, that's one of the coldest lines in the battle so far, because it's like, you know, Drake really didn't have this energy for Pusha T. You know what I'm saying? I'll just leave that there. 2-1 count to Pete Alonso.
3 balls, 1 strike.
3-1 count. Oh man, count 4. Here's a pitch to Alonso. Had to foul that one off. So you think he got ghostwriters? You know, that's been, yeah, that part you said about women is true too. So you know, interesting points you make right there. I wish we got an interesting swing from Pete Alonso. Swing and a miss, and all strikeouts in that inning for Poach, despite giving up a few hits. The Mets just can't get it done here in this ball game today. All right, Ottavino now Gonna face Josh Lowe. First pitch is a swing, hit right to Francisco Alvarez. Pete Alonso makes the play, and that's the first out here in the bottom of the 8th. Facts. They definitely said that Drake was pillow talking, and that's how Pusha T got that information. So yeah, you're not wrong. You know what I'm saying? That definitely could be the case. You know what I'm saying? Taylor gonna get under this one, and we're gonna have 2 outs here in the bottom of the 8th. I just think when you strip away all the personal stuff, and what it always comes back down to me is who hit on better points, who skillfully was better, and who had the better disses. That's what it comes down to. That's who's winning the battle. You know what I mean? As Kendrick and Drake expose each other, the Rays are exposing our lineup. The hitters due up in this inning, all 0-fers. Mets last 3 outs coming up. All right, Clevenger coming into the game, looking to shut the door on the Mets. This is a real good conversation out here in the comments. We talk about this Drake and Kendrick situation. I got to talk about something to keep from crying as we are losing 6-1 in this game. So, you know, that's me and you. Sounds like me and you. If we were writing, let's say Drake, you know, really does have all these writers or whatnot. If we were writing for Drake, we would probably be good just doing business because we understand the business. But, you know, some people want to be stars, man. Some people want to shine. So I could see something like that happen. That's a interesting theory by you right there. We got a 1-2 count. That'll be the first out. Not much of a good effort here at the plate today from the Mets. Not being patient, not getting clutch hits when we need them. And now we're just swinging for the fences at this point as Tyrone Taylor goes down 0-1 in this count right here. That one upstairs, 1-1 count. Just hoping we can get a run here. That's my main goal in this inning. Let's just try to get 1 run on the board. Look at these calls, man. What is up with the umpire and these outside pitches, man? Another one on the outside part of the plate called for a strike. Thankfully, that one undoubtedly on the outside part of the plate. Starling Marte on deck. It's a 3-2 count to Tyrone Taylor. Slider swung on and missed, and the Mets now down to their final out. That was a nasty pitch, bro. That slider was vicious. He throws the slider from 81 to 85 miles per hour. The speed just drops off from the sinker, which tops out at 97. Fastball tops out at 98. Rays got a really good bullpen. Marte unable to catch up with that one. Hits it into the bleachers, and the Mets are now down to their final strike here. Crowd coming to their feet in Tampa. Ball misses low. Count even at 2. Count full to see if the Mets can get Vientos up to the plate. Marte in a full count. Oh my goodness, we just couldn't. We had terrible timing today. That was a good pitch to hit, but unable to do anything with that. Aaron Savali threw a gem. The bullpen continued it. Brandon Lau put on the show at the plate, 4 RBIs for Tampa, and this was undoubtedly a smooth victory for Tampa Bay. Mets lose in very dominant fashion. Tampa Bay with an easy win. Like we said before, Lau put one in the bleachers, also drove one in. Jose Siri was a part of the offense as well. Pinto drove one in. Howard Ramirez had a great day at the plate. And as we said before, the bullpen was stellar. A whole lot of strikeouts on the day, as we'll get a look at the box score. Unquestionably, Brandon Lau, the player of the game, despite getting hurt. He was 2 for 2 in his 2 ABs, a home run, as well as 4 RBIs. Aaron Savali, your winning pitcher, 6 strikeouts, only 1 earned run, only gave up 3 hits in 5. Your losing pitcher, Sandy Alcantara, very disappointing when it comes to his Mets debut. 6 earned runs in this start, 3 strikeouts, threw a walk, also gave up 11 hits. The Mets bullpen only gave up 1 hit after that point. So, like I said, this loss pretty much falls on Alcantara and the poor play of the Mets offense. Let's look at the box scores. Jeff McNeil had 2 hits on the day. Probably your best hitter when it came to the Mets today. Joey Wendell did get a double, also scored a run. Outside of that, it was pretty quiet. Outside of that, from Brandon Nimmo's hit and his walk. We'll leave you with the Tampa Bay box score. Shout out to Oli Rama Sounds. Y'all got to tap in with the 718 Cup. Follow his Twitch platform. He's in the suggested on the video. Check out his YouTube at Oli Rama Gaming. Oli Rama Sounds Gaming, correct? Check him out on there. All that stuff is tagged in the bio. Shout out to Willie Hustle. We'll be back with y'all with more New York Mets franchise very soon. Peace. We gone.